Striking watches don't have to cost an arm and a leg. Even though the original octagonal bezel came to us from AP back in 1972, it was almost instantly a hit. This was a fresh, avant-garde-ish touch that did a sidestep from the circle and rectangular case designs. To be fair, this Mako watch I'll be talking about today is not a statement of mechanical prowess, but it's a value-packed watch with iconic looks and gets a feel of a much more expensive timepiece. We do get a Japanese quartz here. We get a beautiful, deep, rich blue sunburst effect. And the actual indices applied here are multifaceted, creating a lot of light play. We've got an interesting reho. We've got a genuine leather strap with a butterfly clasp. There is a lot to talk about with this watch, considering again the $15 price point. Well, anyway, this case is very thin, just 8.6 millimeters. I'll tell you a bit more when we get into the dimensions, but if you look at the case brushing design, this is impeccable design cues for something very low priced. We've got an octagonal crown here with a crystal tip on top. It's just, there is so many nice things about this watch, and the $15 price point, again, the brand, yeah, MakaMBako. That just doesn't sound like anything too premium, but the way it looks is very premium. Anyways, 15 bucks. I've left the link to the listing I got this watch from in the description below the video. It is an affiliate link, so if you do make a qualified purchase, I will get some kickback. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help me get a bit of commission from AliExpress, so I can keep on buying watches and bring these items to you. Anyway, so do click on that affiliate link in the description below the video if you're interested in this piece. And now, let's get in and discuss the MakaMBako timepiece. The dimensions of the watch are a diameter of 40 millimeters, a lug-to-lug length of 49.5 millimeters. But considering we do have an integrated strap into the watch case, that sort of makes sense. We've got a height of just 8.5 millimeters. A lug width of 24 millimeters and a weight of 52 grams. That's with the strap. That's extremely featherweight. Looking at the profile of the case, we see a flat and strict design. The flatness accents the ultra-thin case. Ultra-thin for a $15 price tag, that is. And considering we do get a Japanese Miyota quartz movement in here, it's actually quite decent. The flanks have 3 distinct segments, all angled, yet the edges are curved. Actually, across the whole case, there are no sharp edges at all. The walls are horizontally brushed. Even though the case is alloy, this rough nature of the brushing strokes disguise that fact very well indeed. The short and stout lugs point almost straight downwards, ensuring the leather strap hugs the watch to the wrist with no overhang. Just take a look at my 6.5-inch wrist with this watch on top. Looks pretty good. The transition to the top of the case is done via smooth bevels. Even though it may look like angles on angles, all corners boast good refinement. The octagonal bezel is actually mirror polished on the edge, while the top is brushed along, just like the flanks. The lug hoods fall off in a downward slant, supporting the integrated leather strap. I really like the simplicity here. You will notice that there are no screws on the bezel, just angles and brushing style, contrasting the polished look on the fixed bezel edges. Light play on this piece is almost spectacular. On the right side, we see an octagonal push-pull crown. It's rather small with a diameter of just 4.7 millimeters, but it gets a blue mineral crystal tip on the edge. It's in line with the sunburst blue dial and the blue strap. Now, even though the size is rather small, 4.7 millimeters in diameter, we can still easily turn the crown because of that octagonal shape, so there's always enough grip on it. On the underside, we see a screwed case back. It's polished with the specs on it, and we can see that this watch is actually 3 ATM water resistant, that is splash proof. The leather strap is 4 croc skin on the outer face and smooth on the inside, stitched on both sides, and importantly, the strap does get the brand logo on the inside. Unexpected but greatly appreciated. What's not appreciated though is that the clasp is unsigned. I think that would have been a really nice touch. Now the strap quality here is fine. This may not be the most luxurious nor the most supple leather you've ever held in your life, yet it's not cardboardish. It's comfortable, and I would think a strap of this quality with stainless steel butterfly clasp it comes on would cost more than the whole watch. If we talk about the clasp, so I mentioned that it's unsigned, the wings feel solid, the click into place of the wings is secure. If we talk about the crystal on here, well, of course it's mineral. For 15 bucks, we don't really expect any sapphire here. And this is just a flat slab of mineral crystal sitting on top, just a hairline above the actual fixed bezel. And as we follow down with the gaze, we sort of go through this pipe of a rehaut, which is flat down, it's not slanting inwards, and it's mirror polished. So now let's talk about the dial, because that is the sweet spot of this Mako watch. Now the dial gets an obvious sunburst effect. The deep and rich blue looks almost like a satin blue. The glossy dial spreads out the sunburst rays from the pinions to the perimeter evenly. All indices are applied. We get single chrome battens on all hours except for 12 o'clock, where we get the double battens. It doesn't stop there though. The battens are raised and sculpted, meaning that there are 4 angled surfaces on every single batten, and double that for the 12 o'clock of course. And the resulting light play is unique and very catchy on the eye. The batten style hands and seconds pointer are also chromed, but there's no lume applied anywhere on this dial. So that does point us to a more sporty / dress watch styling. So this is a great value watch. It's a keeper for me in my collection. Anyways, thank you for watching. I do hope you found this review helpful, useful, probably insightful, hopefully. If you have enjoyed it, drop me a like. If you want to see more of the similar kind of content, please hit the red subscribe button below the video, and also do check out the links to this watch. I've left the link to the listing I got this watch from in the description below the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.